Who won?
You know, I didn't watch it because just that montage or series that you played gave me is the show's ratings and everyone on that stage because everyone played the part. Don Jr. wanted to go out there and be like, I've got a book called Triggered.
Which we heard.
Here are all these triggered.
Come on. And she fought with them yesterday, but it was a little bit more civil. And, you know, I oftentimes, when you get in a room with someone you disagree with, you tend to play nice because if you just attack them right away, it brings up a tremendous amount of anxiety.
Right, and they will invoke the Khan family and say, this family, you've been so mean to them. I'm sorry, they lost your family has caused so much destruction. All right.
But there is a disconnect. She supports people who wear the uniform, but because she's worn it, she doesn't think that we should get into it.
I agree. I'm just saying, I completely...
Here, she looks like someone that went and got a spray tan, if you look at it as opposed to... And hold on, and Governor Northam...
At her roast, he wore black
on Twitter, but sleep in reality.
Yeah, I just want to make one point in Ultimate Sacrifice. I think that to be nasty to his parents because of a political disagreement is wrong.
Okay,
I agree with her. I agree that is...
I mean, even if someone comes out of it...
Just general...
agree with you. I also think
if you do that and still oppose foreign wars.
No, I agree with you, but I also think if you supported a war...
Yeah, but it's about two.
But a lot of people could...
No, that's why I agree with both of
them.
you.
And also,
loved ones who died.
Her father died a long and painful death. And it was public, and it was tragic. So I understand her grief, and I understand her pain, and her need to set the record straight with, you know, someone who's in the exact same position. It is the child of a politician.
I think she's well within the right to not like Donald Trump, for sure.
Meghan McCain, maybe that's what it was, and maybe it worked for her. Maybe she really just wanted to use this as an opportunity to address him in a more civil way.
There were enough people screeching, and I think she's smart enough to know, like,
okay,
when to lock it off. Yeah. All right, national conversation will all be today's episode of The View for the next year.
Yep. The elections.
Literally from the beginning.
It's a game of Survivor. It's like, ooh, what are they going to do for this challenge? Are they going to starve it?
This long.
I know.
Honest. It's like the dials that if you've kept the dial at 11 the whole time, it's hard to turn it up. So Donald Trump's latest tweet is the same.
This is an actual thing with Ukraine.
I mean, the thing with Ukraine, I mean, when you've been...
that are saying that there was a...
But I do think, and I think...
that's all quid pro quo.
That's what it is. That's what
so the question is, Joe Biden wasn't running for president, and he asked, hypothetically, if Joe Biden wasn't running, and he had asked to investigate Joe Biden,
and look,
that wouldn't have
been,
because Joe Biden running for president, then...
But why didn't Republicans do this?
And second of all, administration, and those actors are few and far between. People who will call out inconsistency.
Or Adam Schiff. It might be bad, but you've been doing this
right now on townhall.com.
I do.
That explains the whole thing.
Sweet plug.
Bye, right?
Appreciate that.
Right,
checks in the mail.
Checks in the mail.
Yeah. Quid pro quo.
Nice. Yeah, that's how we do it. I am Hunter Biden. Oh, Elizabeth Warren getting some unsurprising pushback on her unconstitutional... And Joe Biden and now Kamala Harris and Hillary Clinton, they're all attacking her. And Bill Gates...
kind of foolish to actually... which has pretty much led to generational poverty and generational dependency. And so I would like to hear more about...
The idea that is almost pornographic with these Democrats.
Tuition. Okay, that's great. The inner city communities that are falling behind because they don't fit in a certain tax bracket.
Elizabeth Warren is running on... This would be just the Medicare plan. Would be the biggest government that's ever existed in the history of the world. Jeff Bezos doesn't have $130 million. It's not sitting in a vault somewhere. This is tied up in stocks and equity. We don't know what it's worth.
Jeff.
You don't know what it's worth until you...
It's registered. So Orwellian.
If you do that, $8 trillion. Now, let's take her point about billionaires, because she'd rather talk about billionaires. Then you would have no billionaires left. The companies and thing puts the lie to this whole notion that she loves.
Here's a shocking idea. Why not Elizabeth Warren for something? Because so negatively, Hillary Clinton is now glomming on to Mayor Pete and Joe Biden's tweaking of the ACA, essentially, and she failed spectacularly on healthcare in 1993.
Yeah, I support. If you don't want to pay for it, don't vote for me. If you believe in Medicare for all, you're willing to give more for all. You cannot fund free college tuition. I mean, we're already in debt. You feel like there's a lack of honesty.
The deficit spending. because people like AOC and Bernie Sanders believe that, and Bill Gates has been like, yeah, modern monetary theory doesn't even work at all. Thanks.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Zimbabwe.
right, and there's is slightly more honest than Elizabeth Warren, but even he's not really honest, because the truth, look, I'm somebody who can, if you want to be honest, it's not like, oh, your taxes are going to go up slightly. If you want all the stuff that Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren are talking about, it's going to take major tax increases.
We ran out of time. I love you madly. You're the smartest person ever.
Single payer healthcare sucks.
Yay! That's it. Thank you guys so much. Guy, Dave, and Michelle. Coming up, legendary Dilbert creator Scott. Do you think the young people in Alabama and the Louisianites who mosey over for the game, do you think they're going to boo the president?
You know,
On people's First Amendment rights.
yeah, I can't imagine that they told them.
If there's no place to make rude noises in this world, I guess a football game is no longer a safe space for fartery.
It should be the only place that you can yell anything you want.
Anything. I mean, the refs do. But so much.
Thank you.
Well said and well fed. Translate. It's time for viewer mail. Penny starts off with, "Can only say, don't say you're cute." Wee! Thanks, Penny. That's a compliment. Yeah, Penny, for your thoughts. You're not worth it. Andy tweets, "Your dress tonight make you look like a hot Partridge Family bus. Here's the dress, and here's the buzz. Hi, Danny Bonaducci." That was me. More writes, "Hey, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but that dress is ugly. Please don't wear it on anymore. I can't look at you. It hurts." Yeah, well, I can't look at you either. I have to wear glasses because my eyes would fall out of my head into a big slime stream. Dick, I'll be right back.